I've been drinking this stuff called Creo Brew. It's basically just cacao prepared and roasted like coffee. It's just a good coffee replacement. I'm getting the benefits of cacao and everything that I love about coffee, but instead it's just more chocolatey and yummy, and I'm not getting all the caffeine in my system, which I just can't really do much caffeine since I've been pregnant and then had my baby. And it's so good. I put some raw milk and honey in it. The weather's been cooling down a bit. It's still pretty warm. The walk that I went on today was pretty warm, but then the evenings have been cooling off, which is nice. And in the mountains, the leaves are starting to turn red, which is exciting. Only a few trees here and there have some red leaves. It's kind of bittersweet. It's sad that summer's ending. I didn't get to experience the entirety of summer because I was nesting so much. Then I also just love fall so much, and I love fall in the mountains, so kind of sad but mostly excited. This past little bit I've really wanted to start getting on a better schedule and a routine with me and my baby. At the beginning of each week, each Sunday, I write down in my planner my weekly goals and my daily goals, and I kind of plan out what I want my ideal day to look like. So the schedule that I've been going for is, first thing I do when I wake up is eat breakfast. My baby still mostly loves breast milk. I still sit her down and eat with her each meal, so she starts getting used to eating together as a family. Hi, Saru. Once I've eaten breakfast, I try to get ready for the day each day. I don't do anything too fancy, but I feel like just looking okay makes me feel so much better about myself and more put together that the days just feel a little bit better when I do that. Hi, honey. Do you want some milk? I like to go on a walk every day, and sometimes I baby wear her and go on a walk in the hills, or I like to take her on a walk through the neighborhoods in the stroller. It's just really nice to get outside at least once or twice a day. We have a little working farm dog that doesn't have a job, so it's really important that we take her out as much as we can. And I feel like getting outside is so good for my mental health. I still take naps with her every day. Typically, she'll take 2 or 3 naps a day, and I lay down with her for all of her naps, and I still sleep with her. So I know a lot of moms will get their time to themselves during nap time, but with co-sleeping, I do not get that time. It is my time to rest. She takes about 2 or 3 naps still. We kind of just see how she's feeling during the day. We usually do 2, but if she seems extra tired, we'll take a 3rd nap. Sometimes I can sneak out if she gets into a good sleep and seems okay, but for the most part, I just nap with her, and it's kind of like a little treat if I get to sneak out, and I'll just clean the house and get some laundry done and catch up on things that I'm behind on. Throughout the day, we mostly just play a lot. I found a few little Montessori activities for my baby's age that are supposed to be really good for brain development. So we'll do that a few times a day, and I'll just let her play, and we have to dance at least once a day. Dancing is a necessity, and I try usually around breakfast or lunchtime, I'll do some meal prep. I can have dinner ready without it being too stressful by the time Austin gets home. And then we eat together as a family. And then Austin will take the baby out on a walk with the dog. And that's when I get my time to myself every day. Ideally, I just use this time to relax and turn inwards and regulate my nervous system, so by the time I am back with my baby, I am able to be able to be fully present and calm and happy. I feel like that just makes such a big difference in both of our lives when I'm able to regulate. And then yeah, she comes home and we just have our little bedtime routine. It's usually taking a bath and reading a book and getting the last of her zoomies out, and then we go to bed. And I usually go to sleep with her and wake up with her, and like I said, I take naps with her, which has honestly, I feel like it's been so nice and so needed. I know that I could get her on a little sleeping routine and do you see Dad? And get more stuff done. But honestly, I feel like my body needs the rest. I've been able to recover really well from birth and postpartum. And I also feel like even though I have a lot of sleepless nights with the baby, I don't ever feel overly exhausted because I am able to rest throughout the day. Yeah, that's basically my day-to-day. Like I said, this is just my ideal schedule. Not every day looks like this. Actually, most days don't look like this at all. I really don't know what each day is going to bring. At least that's been my experience with the little baby. So having a rigid schedule or routine does not work for me. There is a lot of surrendering. My goal is to find a balance between the structure and the surrender. I feel like complete surrender can bring lots of chaos and stress into my life, but too much structure can feel forced and unnatural. I try my best to go with my routine each day, but I also heavily rely on my intuition for what will be the best for me and my baby. If my schedule doesn't go according to plan, I just try again the next day. Finding this balance has been my little sweet spot. I think the biggest part of being a mom is learning to trust that you know what's best for you and your baby in each moment. And that's going to look different for everyone. Honestly, for me, it looks different each day, and I'm learning that's okay.
I'm a dad now, so I get a mini time.
So today was one of the days where nothing went according to plan. I really have been wanting to go camping, and we were planning for a little camping trip. Our baby has just been having a little sleep regression, and sleeping in a tent with a baby that's not sleeping did not sound enjoyable, honestly. So we canceled our plans last minute and decided to go up into the mountains and go to Oktoberfest, which is something that we do every year, and it's the first year that we got to bring our baby, so it ended up being so much fun. And then after, we went on a little spontaneous hike with our family to this cute little river spot and set up our hammock, and yeah, it was just really nice and really sweet. I feel like moments like these end up being some of the best memories. And so yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes the most magical things come from unplanned moments and when things don't go according to plan. So I've been reading the Gene Keys over the past few years, and just recently I decided to start digging in a little deeper and studying the Golden Path. I'm focusing on my Genius right now, which is basically a guide to help you find your purpose in life through the art of contemplation. By bringing awareness to your shadow and taking an honest look within yourself, you can unlock gifts in your life. By going through the motions of your daily life with a deeper awareness. I've been reflecting on my life's work, which is fluorescence, and the shadow of that is dullness. Honestly, it's been really hard for me to go through the same motions every day. It can become really dull. And I'm starting to think that the remedy to this dullness is finding the magic in the mundane, finding the magic in the day-to-day tasks, just remembering I have so much to be grateful for in each moment. I truly am so blessed. I think sometimes when we get sucked into the mundane routines and don't take the time to slow down and be present, we kind of get lost in that and forget what it's really all about, which being a mother is just about loving and tending for the children and tending for yourself so you can show up for the people that you love the most. So I just drove up into the mountains today and I went during my baby's nap time. She's still sleeping, so just hanging out in a little parking spot, and then when she wakes up we'll go on a little hike. It really is nice to just go on a drive while she's taking a nap because I do co-sleep with her. So when we're at home, I usually just lay in bed with her. Sometimes I'll take a nap, which is nice, but I'm just not, I feel like when I take naps, I feel worse. I don't know what it is. I just feel like groggy the rest of the day, so I feel better if I don't sleep. It's nice to be able to go on a drive while she sleeps because if she's not taking a nap, then she hates driving and it's kind of stressful. So I feel like I have to plan it just right to be able to go out and get into nature. But I've been studying a little bit of Waldorf and Montessori schooling, even though my baby's too little to start homeschooling. I have been doing a little bit of Montessori things here and there for her to help her development, like little puzzles for her age. And I really love the concept of Waldorf, where they kind of cycle with the seasons. And one of the quotes that they had that I saw I thought was really cute. And it's funny because when Austin lived in Sweden, he said they would say the same thing, but they say there's no such thing as bad weather, there's only bad clothes. So I'm hoping this winter I can get out more and just get some good fall clothes for cooler weather and then snow clothes, so I'm able to get out despite what the weather is. I'm guessing that she'll probably start walking this winter because she'll turn 1 in November. I just feel like it's so good just to get out and spend more time in nature. I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with Utah because I feel like so often I'm so frustrated that I still live here and I want to move and live somewhere else. But the truth is there's just so many beautiful places, and the mountains here are so beautiful, and there's such a big variety of nature. You have the desert, you have the mountains, you have hot springs. I think it's just important to get out of the house. It just makes me so much happier. It makes my baby happier. It makes my dog happier. And I don't feel like I'm the type of human that's meant to be cooped up inside of a house. And I think that's really where my mental health has gone downhill during this postpartum, is just spending more time indoors than I ever have and kind of feeling trapped because it just felt overwhelming to go drive somewhere with my baby when she was crying. So figuring out a schedule where I can drive while she's taking a nap, and it's kind of a win-win because then I don't have to lay down with her the whole time. She'll sleep in her car seat and then can get some fresh air, and she can get fresh air. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here until she wakes up. I probably should have brought like a book or something, but it's just nice to just let my mind be still up in the mountains. It's nice because there's no service up here either, so I can just kind of be free of everything.